This is not like a traditional no money spent, oh my god, look what we're doing video. This is actually by request, and anytime you guys want specific videos on stuff, like, please just let me know. Tweet them at me, send them to me, comment on them, whatever, so that I know. So what we're talking today is the most important part of the game, and it starts with an A, and it's abilities. So we're talking abilities on a budget today. No money spent, episode 44. Let's go.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Smoking in the mirror, at your practicing my wrist flick. I can't settle for a quarter, real fast. Need a bare maximum. Word to Khalil Mack. War so ambitious. Oh God.
If you're looking to build the best team in Madden or any other game, make sure you head over to MMOEXP.com. Avoid the packs, save some racks, pick up your MUT, MT, and many other games. Use code CC 5% off. Let's be great. Hey, what is going on, Madden family? We are here, and again, we're talking abilities on a budget here. Now, if you're a no money spent player, you obviously have maybe a little less coins than the people who spend money on it, and it really depends on your grind and all of that. And the way that I play this series out is to kind of stay on that casual level for the most part, right? I fall behind in solos, and I don't like really invest in stuff, but I just sort of like play the game, right? We put in some time each day, and that's about it. So let's talk about this. Abilities, AP costs, run the game. And the best way to have a better no money spent team is to focus on this. So MUTGG actually has a section for free ability players, and 0 AP abilities are the most coveted thing. Now, we're not always going to get the best things for them, and sometimes these 0 ability players, guess what? They're kind of expensive to have. And so, like, we can see here, and that's the great thing here. Now, these aren't really players that, like, I have on my team here necessarily. But, like, we see 0 AP Crusher, Derwin James. That's the sort of thing I'm looking for. If I'm going to be investing my coins in a non-rental sort of card, a non-B&D sort of card, I really want to make sure that I'm going to get the most bang for my buck, because for the most part, most of these cards, they really do play very, very similar. So I have no problem paying just a little bit more to get something like that. It's the same reason why Richard Seymour, 0 AP defensive rally, we don't have him. That's a little too far out of our price range, right? I still want to keep my price that I'm looking for cards like this as low as possible. The key is, a lot of times limited editions have decent ability discounts, and that's where our head goes, even though they're a rental. And sometimes the rentals get down to 400,000. Sometimes it's 500,000 for an LTD. I still have no problem paying 500,000 for that, or because it's still a very difficult card to obtain after the fact that it's out of packs. When we talk about series cards, Derwin James, we talk about weekly program cards, the Richard Seymour you see on the screen, their price really generally will just kind of go down and fluctuate based on the market. One thing we don't really talk about a lot here is legends. If you notice, we don't really have full legends, powered up legends on our team. And again, that's really just because of the cost. Because if patience means you can sort of wait and get them for cheaper, but it's also a pricey endeavor to power up a card, right? So for like Jerry Rice, if you had to go have his 88, his 86, and his 84 and all that, we're still talking about an extra 100-something thousand coins to power the card up. I don't really want to be doing that. We didn't like to power up cards when power-ups existed, and I still don't like to do it now. So, again, we see some of these cards, like Barry Sanders, 0 P evasive. That sounds cool, but that's not... We don't really need that. Goal line stuff for 0. Hey, we can get that Tony Siragusa. Bam. Walter Payton, 0 AP jukebox. Cool. Randall McDaniel, he's almost like an essential card to have because he has 1 AP threat detector. Like, that's a spot I would spend on that, but we've been waiting a long time to get someone else. And I figure it'll just happen at a certain point. Lumberjack, Lurker, on the ball, precision kicker, recuperation, return man, runoff elite. So runoff elite at 0 AP, Marvin Jones. This is one of those perfect situations. It's not the world's best ability, but Marvin Jones was a rental, and you could actually get a 0 AP ability on him. That's not bad. That's not bad. Cooper Kupp is 0 AP short in. Super important. Speedster. It's become more and more 0 AP, 0 AP, 0 AP. Not that I think that's great. Strip Specialist, Charles Tillman, out of our price range. Tip Drill at 0 AP. We see on here 2 LTDs, which were rentals. Gilmore and Matthew. Again, what cards did we used to have on our team? That's the way that everything is really built out. And on top of trying to find 0 AP cards, you can actually still find cards which just have discounted AP. And that's the really, really important thing here. So like when we talk about quarterback, yes, Steve McNair is probably the most affordable quarterback by AP situation. But I also don't really want to spend a bunch of coins on quarterback since it sort of fluctuates a lot, and maybe we'll eventually get one that is cheap enough, or it's a B&D, or it's an LTD or something that will like sort of work for us. So we see the way that this team is built, right? Again, it's a lot of B&D cards still up to this point, but like we have Kyle Pitts. We probably should sell Kyle Pitts, but I really do like him. Josh Allen, free card. DK Metcalf, we came in with the rental. And we see here that I have 12 AP. I have 12 AP on offense here. And this is a very inefficient 12, but I know exactly what I need to run my offense as perfect as can be. I need a set feet lead. I would love fearless too, but I need set feet lead. Edge protector, we have it on both guys. I also need identifier and threat detector. Again, this is for me. So that's why we have this. And it's a very different AP situation from our main team. So what you need to figure out is, what do I really, really need? And I would much rather personally have a slightly lower overall card and save an AP than have a higher overall card and pay extra AP, because it is much more important. Andrew Thomas at 90 overall, 1 AP edge protector is worth more to me than Trent Williams, who also has it for 1. Right? He has it for 1 as well, but one of them is 330,000 coins, and one of them we just kind of fit in there. Again, that's the way you need to think. You don't need the best cards in the game. You just need the best cards for your scheme. Okay? Again, with defense, we look here. I use a lot of tip drills. Tip drills just 1 for everyone anyway. But again, like right here, we have goal line or inside stuff for 1 on Tony Siragusa. It makes sense. I went out and bought Ogba over here, so we'll put him in for Chase Young, and like it'll work, right? Again, he's a better card. We're upgrading him. I bought him for 400,000 coins. He quick sales for 350 rental. Again, he has decent AP discount. That's the reason why we love Leonard Floyd, Derwin James, and all that. So when you build out the team, always know, hey, what abilities do I need? I need this ability to make this work. And then go out, and if you just aren't aware, go to a site like mutt.gg, click on the ability, and you'll find what you really need in here. So like, let's show you how to do this on here. So there's an abilities tier list, right? So like for me, I say, I need set feet lead, right? So we click on it and we can see all the people who get it discounted. Okay, so I could pick one of those guys. Like I could go get Derek. Like Derek Carr would make a lot of sense to be helpful with, right? For us. Maybe I don't, maybe I'm not like set fit. I don't need set fit lead. Maybe double or nothing is where I want to live. And so then we see that there's a few guys here which get 1 AP double or nothings. Those are the guys like I want. And that's where like my focus is going to be. Leonard Floyd, the LTD, gets 1 AP double or nothing. That's why we have him, right? That's the only reason why we picked him to be on their team. 2 AP double or nothing. Again, it's discounted. Ogba. That's why we have him. I would much rather have Ogba for 409 than any of these other guys. Simply because I know that his price really will not fluctuate or go down. This is where it is. And again, you can scroll through here and find stuff. And again, I love 0 AP tip drill. So that's where we go here, right? I love it. I love it. If you go to Pick Artist is another one a lot of people use. There's just no 0 AP, but basically like everyone is 1, right? So again, you have your choice there. You don't need the best, biggest, fastest cards. Abilities do run this game. You can, as long as you can fit it all on your team, it's fine. So I don't want you guys to continue just like go out here and worry about, oh, this brand new card, he's 90 speed pass rusher. I promise you the 90 speed pass rusher will play the same as the 84 speed pass rusher if they have the same abilities. Okay? That's the best way to build this team. That's why I don't go all out on my corners and all that, because I tell you what, Jeff Okudah does the same amount of job as Mike Haynes does. He does. He still gets aggressive caught on. He does the same thing, you know? I only really focus and want to pick cards that way, and that's what we will be doing. And like I said, unless we can get our hands on a card for really cheap, or it's a B&D card to be like we're upgrading a position where we're not planning on using abilities, and if it's a non-ability position, maybe you do want a bit of a better card in there. But for me, I don't focus and overly care. Again, we haven't sold anyone on this team. This is a team we use, and it's fine. This team is fine. It's an 89 overall team. It is perfectly fine. It's not optimized, but we are getting our abilities on a budget. On a budget. I could go out and I could free up some AP real easy. And then that coin count at the top right there, it's going to go down, down, down. Why do I need a 2 AP set feet lead quarterback when I can have one for 4 for free? And now I have, 2 extra AP? Again, for me, on my offense, this is all about the way you run your scheme. Okay? Like, if I get 2 extra AP, I'm just going to throw it on someone. Tight end apprentice. It's not worth 400,000 coins to me. It's not. Okay? So figure this out, make this plan, and you can have the team that you really need, and you can focus on these things. It's really, really simple. They discount AP on basically every single card. If we got, a 0 AP corner again for who's one of the 90 overalls for Harvest, he's on the team. Okay, he's on the team because that's much more important. Maybe he'll get burned, but I know he's not going to drop those tip passes, and we're on the SWAT team, so you see how that goes. Just play this way, and then you can find out the cards that you really want and sort of plug and play in here. Again, our goal is to just stack and build up when we get to Blitz. And even though, like I said, we have 4 million-ish coins over here now, it's because I don't open like any packs ever. No, I'm not doing it. And even when we get to Blitz and we build our team up a little bit, that doesn't mean we spend all 4 million coins. We'll probably spend 1 or 1.5 million coins, and we're still going to have 2.5, so that we can make these moves and these adjustments for when we need. We still want to be able to participate in the holiday promo and all the sort of stuff that's going to come up. So we want to have training if we need to roll for something, or we want to roll for something, or there's a card I feel like, oh my God, like you have to have this card. They drop a brand new best card, needs 500,000 coins. I need to make sure that I can afford that. I go ultra cheap on here on purpose. So just think about this and use this accordingly, this information accordingly. I don't even think I use all 12. I don't. We only use 10 AP over here. Again, because that's what I feel like I really need. I need this to be effective. And if I was going to throw 2 extra AP, Tariq Woolen, Jeff Okudah, they get tip drill. That's where it would go for me. I just haven't done it, again, because I'm lazy. Okay? So I hope this is helpful. Hope a couple of you will learn from this and figure out how to build your team this way. In the years past, you built it just based on speed and height. This year, with discounts, you build your team from there and then outward, okay? You don't need Aaron Donald for 600,000 coins. Emmanuel Ogbah is 400,000, and he gets everything you would really need for 5. Aaron Donald gets it for 3. That's 2 AP savings. But once Blitz rolls around and Aaron Donald becomes 300,000 coins and Emmanuel Ogbah is 400,000 coins still, then you could sell Ogba and then get Donald and then have the cards you want and then more coins. It's really simple, guys. Laid out here for you. Be great. I love you. I'm out. Peace.